Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to week number 3 of Dark Heresy. My name is JP McDaniel, one of the cast members of the show. If you have no idea what Dark Heresy is, it is a tabletop group with myself, TotalBiscuit, Jeff and Control Robinson, Marcus djWheat Graham, and of course our game master Steve. Now, we're basically just kind of playing this game in another world. We have different characters and whatnot. This is week number 3. If you've never watched the show, I highly recommend go checking out the first and second week. Otherwise, you're going to be pretty lost because there is a ton of names, there's a ton of story, and it's pretty important to know all that stuff going in. You can check all that out over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/hitmejp, as well as the rest of week 3, as this is only the first hour of a total of 4 hours that was played this weekend. So enjoy the show, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support, and a huge shout out to TotalBiscuit for allowing me to put this channel, or put this video once more on his channel. Enjoy the show, guys. What is up, guys? Welcome to Roleplay Dark Heresy. My name is JP McDaniel, also known as Eli, joined by the rest of the cast. I believe we beat the last record of 35 days. I think we got like 28 days.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
So, round of applause, everyone. That was
Good
good.
job.
We did
Well
it.
done.
I don't know how we did it, but we did.
41 next time, you guys.
Can we do it next weekend?
Aren't you in Europe?
Nope. Next
I'm in
weekend
the
is
U.
not.
I'm in the UK next week.
God damn it!
I can manufacture some reason for us to delay it. It's okay.
Oh, God. Let's go around here. Fricks, Pilgrim, aka djWheat. Did you finish Amnesia last night, Wheat?
I did. I was surprised.
Really?
I thought I was going to go into night 2, but I powered through. I learned about the machine, and I had an enjoyable experience. It wasn't quite nearly as terrifying as Outlast, but the story itself was quite good.
Cool. I'll have
Thanks for
to
asking.
check out the playthrough of that. TotalBiscuit, have you been doing anything except playing Hearthstone? That's all I see you do. Hearthstone
last
shows.
week,
Arena?
I think I covered how many? 12 games that weren't Hearthstone. So
There you go.
but mostly Hearthstone.
All the
Oh,
tweets are
12,
Hearthstone related,
Shots
so
fired.
maybe.
Well,
maybe-
that's to be expected.
sure. I
Yeah.
need to go over to the channel more.
There's money in them there cards. Trust me.
Exactly. Jax Romulus, I guess your biggest latest announcement was that you're going to be in Europe for WCS,
Yeah.
which
Really
is kind of
excited
random,
about
which is cool though.
Yeah, I'm happy that Red Eye was unfortunately unable to make it, so that I could have another opportunity and reason to go over there, and I'm really excited about it. Yesterday, I went and bought a freaking suit, which
Nice.
is funny because my first suit experience was walking into a men's warehouse and
Oh boy.
the entire staff shaking their head just as I walk in, and I'm like, what? They're like, nope. They're like, no,
It's not going to happen.
no. Yes, but these guys were eager for my money, so it was much better experience. And I went in, and I'm gonna look pretty dapper. I know it's funny that I talk about this because to us, we laugh. There's actually a lot of people out there that really care about what I look like, because every fucking time I host, they're like, tucked in a shirt, amateur hour right now. So I think this time I'm almost bulletproof, except that I'm also growing my hair out. So every time anyone sees a picture of me, there's like 6 guys that are on hair patrol for me.
Hey,
And they're like,
get a haircut.
yeah,
Come on,
you need a haircut. And I'm like, oh shit, do I?
I recommend
forgot.
r/male fashion advice to you.
So let's just put it out there so there's a chance people will know. I'm growing my hair out so that I can, Anna just like offhand was like, you should grow your hair out. And I'm going to make her pay the iron price for those words. So we'll see.
Okay. Game Master Steve, what have you been up to?
Working a lot. We have some exciting stuff going on behind the scenes for Warhammer 40,000 Eternal Crusade. Other than that, I've been catching some random guys on the internet playing GTA 5. Some weirdo named JP. I don't know.
I'm sorry you had to watch me drive. I'll
It was
just
painful.
apologize for that.
No, it looks really entertaining. I don't have a PS3, so I'm gonna have to see
Xbox.
what I can do to get that. Is it on Xbox too?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Oh damn! I do have an Xbox. Okay, we can make this happen.
And you call yourself a
Turn
gamer,
it on
sir.
before you buy it, just
Yeah.
in case. Yeah, it sounds like maybe it hasn't gotten much love lately.
So no,
Yeah.
the story of this Xbox is it came from like one of the guys at Funcom who gave it to another one of the guys at Funcom, and he never turned it on. And then he gave it to me, and I have not yet turned it on.
Oh, it's
68 firmware updates later.
So,
Yeah.
so who knows?
If it doesn't just red ring right, immediately.
You could just go buy one for like $100.
No, they're not that cheap yet. You can get a PS3 and GTA for like $260.
You could probably find it for that on eBay.
Probably.
Would you buy an Xbox off eBay, really, considering? Turn it on, red ring immediately? Probably not.
You could actually just we did this thing back in a few years ago when I worked at GameStop. Fuck GameStop and GameSpot. It's forever broken my brain. But
I thought you could have just stopped at fuck GameStop and we would have been good with you.
They actually just sell like the shell of an Xbox and an HD for dirt cheap, and it doesn't save anything, anything more than like one game. So you can do that if you're a penny pincher. You really want to do that.
And that's about all I've been up to. Next weekend, the reason I won't be here is because I'll be at Games Day 2013 in the UK, so that's going to be exciting.
There you go. All right, well,
let's of conventions.
Let's talk Warhammer, guys. Where we last left off, Fricks is in the nude.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're getting paid.
We're getting paid, probably, maybe. Did we leave this house at all, Steve?
Let me think. Well, can you guys talk me through what happened last time? Just like what all did we end up doing?
Well, we fought in that alleyway.
Yep.
Yes. We
Went alleyway
inside
of a warehouse.
It was behind a ballroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we went into the ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
TV
got a friend, a serve
TV
bot.
made a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we viewed some things on a monitor that looked really scary, so we decided to go after them.
Of course.
Whatever that was. And we encountered two individuals.
Yeah, we missed a witch point blank range about 30 times in a row, and she missed us.
Yep.
We shot a bunch of people in the right leg, of course. Can't forget that.
Yeah. A guy came in and scared the bejesus out of Jax, who is apparently the toughest guy in our group.
Never seen a mutant, man.
He fainted dead away, right?
I did. Not my proudest moment.
And in seeing that, because he is all of my confidence, and certainly that I just blew up, and then TV, Ingobart saved the day.
Didn't we all get like 1 point of insanity as well?
You all gained some insanity, yes.
I think
from seeing that horrifying mutant come in the door.
Okay.
And actually, insanity is something you can remove. It costs 100 XP, and you have to do something like, study the text of the Ecclesiarchy, or meditate for a while, or visit a clinic and have your memories burned away, that sort of thing. But you can reduce your insanity. But the effects of the insanity never go away, unfortunately.
Well, what the fuck would you have it removed for then?
The higher your insanity gets, the more dangerous the effects become.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, do you guys remember why you were at this ballroom?
We were looking for a girl that was stolen from a noble's house.
Yes.
I think her daughter, maybe.
It's Judica Phaedrus, the daughter of Karna Phaedrus, who's the matron of House Phaedrus. You guys spent a little bit of time in House Phaedrus speaking with Karna to figure out a little more about what had been going on. And along the way, Jax, you met one of the enforcers of House Phaedrus. His name was Lupus, and he ended up giving you some material aid. And yeah.
Okay.
So I think we'll kick it off with the backup swinging in from Lupus and the enforcers of House Phaedrus.
Can you also help us refresh our memory on the reason we're helping them is because we believe the house that abducted her is involved in getting, what is the name, Samsonite off the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I've heard you guys talking about.
And didn't they say something like they would support us in investigating, like they would give us soldiers or whatever if we helped them with this?
I do remember them saying that they would help you investigate House Ophrolite,
right.
which seems to be a rival house of House Phaedrus.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, really quick before we start, I just want to go over the core mechanic for our viewers who may not know, because it's pretty different from traditional
Yeah, the
D&D.
viewers. Wink.
The
wink.
viewers. It's that you have a target number, so like your weapon skill is 35, and the target number is between 1 and 100, and you're trying to roll equal to or below that number on a 1d100, and that's all it is. So smaller numbers are always better, unless you're dealing damage, which is usually a 1d10, and that's better is higher, of course. And if you hit a 10 on the damage you deal, you basically get to just make another free attack, and that's called. Oh, I totally forgot. It's the critical mechanic in Dark Heresy. It's pretty cool. Wheat, I don't see you in Roll20.
Yeah, I just realized I was there. I should be in now.
We're good.
Awesome. I see you. Great. Are you guys all on the page that we're on? Yes, you are. Good.
Yep.
If you go to your handouts, I think I've shown two handouts to the players. One is end of session XP, and one is non-combat moves. And those go over what happens at the end of session, how you gain experience points, and also just some things to help like non-combat interactions go a little smoother. So take a quick look at the non-combat moves handout. Let me make sure it's shown to you guys.
Oh, it's under journal.
It's up top, Jeff,
It's-
on the
yeah,
top right.
journal.
In Roll20. I didn't even know you could do this. It's pretty sick.
So a success on these tests is your target number or lower. A partial success is between your target number and your target number plus 40, and a miss is anything higher than that. I have 4 special rules for using awareness, scrutiny, charm, and fellowship in these specific circumstances. So you can read a situation or investigate a scene and ask a whole bunch of questions about it. You can read a person. You can ask a bunch of questions about them. You can seduce or manipulate someone to get them to do something that you want. Or you can work your contacts, since you guys are starting to acquire followers that might be able to help you out in your investigations. So just bear that in mind as we go forwards.
I have I made friends with Lupus. He's the guy
Yes.
that's the house guard for what's the other
Fadis.
house? Phaedrus.
House
And then I
Fadis.
also made contact with the Arbitage agent. What was his name?
Which one? There was
Just
there was
one.
there
There
was
was one-
Enforcer Craig that you got a Voxcom from.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been pretty friendly to you in the past. Seems
Okay.
like you guys have known each other for a little bit of time here.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to the viewers, but like we said, it's been 28 days, so I'm trying to...
And we only remember the names right after they're said to us. So fuck, guys, give us a
Yep.
break.
Despite what you may think, I don't spend those 28 days rehearsing my role-play sessions, so...
Exactly.
So here we are. We're in the I think we're in like a dressing room of sorts. Everything's been sort of blasted off the walls. You guys have all been racked with the psychic power of Fricks, who's naked and smoking in the middle of the floor. And all of a sudden, as you guys are sort of picking each other up and surveying the carnage, Jax is grabbing the Adeptus Astartes bolt pistol from the mutant creature that you just blew up, Engelbart.
That's right.
Lupus charges into the room. He slams the door open, and he's followed by a series of enforcers. And he says, "Oh my God, what's happened here? Jax, are you all right?"
I am scared something fierce, but your little lady's over there, and we're all alive. So yes, thank you.
You guys have collected Judica Phaedrus from the sub-dungeon where she was being held. And she runs over to Lupus. She says, "Oh, Lupus!" And he says, "Judica, you're safe. Thank God. Thank the God Emperor," is what he says. And he says, "We picked up your man outside. We're going to bring him back for questioning. We should escort you to the House Phaedrus so that we can inform Matron Phaedrus of what you've done."
That sounds good to me.
All right. So he leads you through the interiors of the ballroom, and he leads you out onto the ballroom floor, which is very nicely decorated, columns, chandeliers, that sort of thing. It's pretty dark because all the lights are off. And out the front door, He leads you to the right, down a large thoroughfare that people are traveling, and down to the large gates that mark House Phaedrus, pushes them open, leads you up the steps into the house. He says, he leads you into his sitting room, and he says, please wait here. I'll collect Karna Phaedrus, and I will bring her here so that you can explain what's happened. About 5 minutes pass, a servitor comes by with a plate of refreshments, small glasses of amasec for each of you. And Karna Phaedrus strides into the room and she says, praise the Emperor. You've returned my daughter to me. A task that I never thought possible for strangers such as yourselves. Please tell me what has happened. What have you discovered?
Well, as far as we can tell, she was. Hopefully she'll be more of use. But we saw on a pic that she was being interrogated by a witch and a mutant. So clearly, the taint of the unclean ones are here, and we believe them all to be linked. We did do a short interrogation, and we actually have more to be done. That House Ophili, right?
Ophili.
Ophili is he might have said Ophili because he's insane now. They might be involved, so we'll definitely get to the bottom of this because it seems that our destinies have intertwined, and we need to figure this out.
Yes, absolutely. Please tell me if you need anything from my house, any resources from my personal guard. I will help you in any way. I cannot thank you enough for this. Listen, I am planning a ball in your honor, a masquerade to celebrate your contribution to the great house of Phaedrus. Will you do me the honor of attending? By the God Emperor, are you hurt? She looks around at all of you. She sees that Frix is wearing just, some sort of cloak or whatever. Looks basically pale as death.
Yeah, we got dinged up pretty good, actually. And we really appreciate your generosity, and I'm sure, kind of looks around at the others, that we'll definitely attend, but we will be needing a lot of your help to approach Ophili. And if you have any kind of, we're just but poor art, we work for an Inquisitor that doesn't pay us too much. If you have any kind of material reward as well, that would go a long way in making us more effective in this endeavor.
Not rewarding you would be out of the question, Jax. I will deliver your reward to you in 5 days' time at the Masquerade Ball in front of everyone in town. Now, please, in the meantime, I invite you to stay here with House Phaedrus in our barracks. And please, I have a personal healer named Medic Havelock. He will see to your wounds.
Much obliged. Thank you.
Perfect.
Wonderful. She calls in a servitor. She sweeps out of the room. She calls in a servitor to lead you off to the barracks. So how long do you guys want to wait while you're healing? The way healing works is you double your toughness bonus. If you've taken less than that amount of damage, then you heal 1 damage per day. Or if you rest, you heal your toughness bonus in damage per day. If you've taken more than that amount, then you heal 1 damage or your toughness bonus in damage per week. And if you've taken critical damage, it takes 1 week to heal each point of critical damage.
Explain how it is. If you've taken 3 points, in my case, 3 points of toughness, then it's going to take me 1 hit point per day.
You have 3 points of toughness. You've taken 2 critical damage, Frix. So that means that you're healing 1 point of critical damage per week under medical attention. If you don't have medical attention, you're not going to heal at all. It's so important, so grave are your wounds. So once you've healed your critical damage, it takes you, you heal 1 damage per week if you are active, or 3 damage per week if you are getting medical attention. Let me see.
Frix, you're dinged up pretty good, right?
Yeah. I don't even, and I have healer now, but I don't even think it affects critical damage. So
Engelbart, you are at 5 HP. Eli, what were you at?
7 or 8. We can go with the lowest. That's fine. 7's fine. But I remember my armor took the brunt of most of the damage of Frix blowing up.
Yep. And Jax, you're at
11.
11.
I think it was just normal damage, so I'll heal pretty quick, I think.
Yep. You'll heal in, you have 13 max? You'll heal in 2 days.
Yeah.
But Fricks is pretty rough off.
Yeah, Fricks needs some...
Oh, actually, healer does do critical damage as well.
Awesome. Healer's your new psionic power, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
Nice, so you'll just blow yourself up again.
Yeah, this will go well.
Hang on, I'm going into the warp.
I'll be back with a few band-aids and some gauze.
Awesome. Well, do you want to try and use healer, or do you want to heal yourself up a little bit first?
Otherwise, it'll take 2 weeks for that critical damage. Right?
Well, she said that the ball is in 5 days. What can I actually do for myself in 5 days?
Well, you're still up and walking, right? You're not dead. You're not unconscious.
Yeah, but the next time we fight, you will be. You know what I mean? So.
Yes, there is that.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose if I get any healing done before the Masquerade, then I would like to just heal up what I can, and when the time comes, I guess I'll use... Actually, no, I should use it now, because then
You'll heal
5 days
faster,
pass,
and
and
yeah.
I
You're
can
thinking
use it
this all in
again.
your head, by the way, so we're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Ponders.
Yes, I am in a grave state, and so in my room, in my quarters, within the barracks, I'm going to prepare, and
I'm going to evacuate the barracks as quickly as possible.
Now, you have the invocation skill, which I think can give you a bonus to your next cast psychic power.
So it gives the bonus it gives though is like for reaching the threshold.
Yes.
And what is that bonus?
You may add your willpower bonus in addition to any other bonus you add to your power roll. So yeah, to beat the threshold, you can add your willpower bonus.
Don't I already do that? Or is that a second time?
No,
Right.
your threshold is your threshold roll is however many D10 as you're spending from your
Plus
psi rating?
willpower, is it not?
Let's take a quick look. Psychic powers. Yeah, you do normally add your willpower bonus, so I guess it's doubling your willpower bonus. We'll go with that.
In which case, if I prepped that skill, then does that mean that I cast it for free without even having to worry about rolling a 9?
I think you...
Or I have to roll 1.
You do have to roll.
1.
But you could, for example, you could just roll 1 dice,
One
which
die.
would
Okay.
reduce your chances.
So that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
And I believe evocation is just like a 1 hour spend, if I'm not mistaken. Or is there like...
It's a full action, actually, but I think it has the potential to fail if you're in combat. So we'll say you just spend some time meditating and focusing, and you've succeeded at your invocation test.
Okay. So then I technically hit my willpower roll automatically, but I have to roll...
Yeah, let's see if you roll a 9.
All right. And a 4.
Beautiful.
Whoops.
All right, so now I can roll 1d5 to heal?
Yeah, is that how much healer does for you?
I believe so.
Holy shit, that's incredible.
You can only do it once every 6 hours, I think.
That's why I said I'd do it now, and then after the Masquerade, we'll kind of see where we're going.
So go ahead and roll that 1d5 for us.
All right, and a 3. I'll take it.
Beautiful. So you're up to 1 actual hit point.
Wow. You'll be really useful in a fight.
Yeah.
She's gonna trip, fall down, scrape her knee, and you're dead again, Wheat.
Would you like me to augment your body with iron plates and scrap, for instance?
I'm okay. All right.
Put away my hyperspanner.
So you guys have kind of a week to hang out and do whatever you'd like until the Masquerade. Do you want to do any shopping?
Where's the nearest grenade shop?
You can find weaponry such as grenades fairly easily. There's actually a couple of approved weapons stores in this block, in block Fadis.
Did she give us any money?
5 days
Any-
from now is when we'll get it from her. It
Yep.
will be
Yep.
presented
Oh.
at the ball.
Oh, I can't shop then.
This is clearly not a trap or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, armory, drugs and consumables, tools, gear,
Yeah, what's
Armor.
going to be the restriction here?
ammo. Anything that's
Emperor's-
common, you can find it very easily. You can
Yes.
just find it basically at the corner store.
Okay.
Anything that's less than common, we're going to have to actually hunt down for you.
Which is fine because we don't have any money to spend really anyway
Right.
on anything uncommon, so
I spend the week, like I send a report off to the Inquisitor
Yeah.
about where we're at, and then I've been kind of resting up, recognizing that the party has been damaged pretty heavily, and casing the Ophthalai house, which I feel like is not too far away. Like the
No.
next house over, some shit.
It's one floor down. If you remember, we traveled on that. We were trying to get into a service elevator, but instead we took a transit elevator up to House Phaedrus. Yeah, that sounds fine. Are you looking for any specific information about House Phaedrus, or just trying to get a read on like what kind of defenses they have?
Just observing, yeah, seeing the people coming in and out, and like as best as I can, because obviously I can't get right up to the house because we had trouble even getting to that level. So just
Yep.
seeing what I can.
Okay, that sounds fine. Engelbart, how are you going to spend your week?
well, I need to get some grenades first. That should be easily done. If I recall correctly, I think I have the ability to construct explosives. Is that correct?
You do have demolitions, the
Yep.
skill, right?
Yep, I do. What is required for me to craft some more powerful explosives?
Let's
But
see
I have
here.
some time.
So frag grenades are common, and they cost
that's
10,
easy.
10 throne gelt, so you can find and buy, however many you'd like. But
Yep.
more powerful stuff like a hallucinogen or a blind grenade, even a crack grenade, you might be able to build it yourself with the demolition skill. Let's see. I'm taking a look to find that skill. It is a skill, not a talent.
Yep, it's an advanced skill, relying on intelligence to not blow yourself up.
Yeah,
Seems
cool.
useful.
Okay, well, yeah, if you want, like, what kind of explosive do you want to create?
Well, frags are easy. We need something like a breaching charge or a crack grenade of some description, anything that will crack open something a bit tougher.
Okay, I'll say that you can go ahead and assemble a crack grenade with commonly accessed materials, but it's going to cost you, let's see, it'll cost you 60 throne gelt worth of materials to buy the an appropriately sized casing, to buy the charge powder and all the mechanisms that you need.
All right, that seems reasonable. We can do that.
Okay.
And I'll grab a couple of frags with the remaining cash that I have in the process.
Cool. How many frags are you buying?
Well, I'll buy 2 because that's all I can afford.
Sounds good. Yep, I see. So yeah, you managed to acquire the ingredients for crafting a crack grenade. So why don't you go ahead and we'll do a crafting roll.
Ooh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
crafting
Try not to
roll.
blow myself up.
Yeah, this is good.
Can you actually blow yourself up if you roll bad?
If he fails by 5 degrees of success or more, yes, he can.
All right.
Interesting. So you have to literally roll 100. Probably.
Yeah, pretty
I'd
much.
have to roll pretty high to blow myself up.
So this is an
Alright.
intelligence test. Go ahead and roll that for us, if you please.
I'm fine.
30, beautiful. All right, yeah. You spent a couple hours, on Thursday afternoon or something, and put together a handy crack grenade. So make sure to
Useful.
add that to your inventory.
It's good to have. Now, is Jax hanging around the place?
Jax is in and out.
He's in and out. Okay, can I check his room for the tech heresy?
Ooh. Jax,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever leave your Astartes bolt pistol
No,
behind?
it's my pistol. I'm going to case a hostile territory. I don't leave it in the room.
All right, TB, would you? I think you can /GM roll, like 1d100, and then I'll be the only person who sees the result. Would you
Okay.
give me an awareness test? That's just a perception test against half of your perception value if you don't have awareness trained.
I have no idea if I have awareness trained.
You should also, TB, describe what kind of search you do, because as a simple man from a very hostile planet, I will notice if perhaps my underwear has been sniffed or something like that. Like, I will come in and...
This underwear looks like it's been sniffed.
Sweaty balls of Jack's Ronlith. Very good. May the
This
machine
appears
god
to be the
bless my
stench of
nostrils.
Nurgle.
So TB, give me that roll if you please.
So that's /GM roll.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did that go
And-
through to you?
Let's see. Wait, no, I totally. Oh. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you very thoroughly investigate Jax's room, and you can determine that he keeps the tech heresy on himself at all times.
Can I determine exactly where he keeps it when he is sleeping, for instance?
Yes, you can. Jax, where do you keep it when you're sleeping?
I would imagine he does, like, with a big bolt pistol like that, it's on his belt next to the bed or something like that.
All right, yeah. You see, Engelbart, you look at the bed, which is a very finely wrought bed. It's like oak carved, very rich. Like the barracks here that they've put you each in separate rooms. It's pretty lush, warmly lit with glowing light. The beds are very lush and soft and restful. And there's scratches on the bottom of the bedpost where it looks like something big and clunky's been scraping against it every evening. So that's where you think Jax has been keeping this Astartes bolt pistol.
Well, it's not around now, so I can't do much with it. I will have to patiently wait.
All right. So the week ends. Fricks, you're basically just getting seen to by Medic Havelock?
Yes.
Right on. So, Fricks, over the course of the week, you heal, I think, 3 more points of damage. Because that's your toughness bonus, and
Up to 4.
you're receiving medical care.
All right. So, are we at the end of the week then?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to heal myself one more time.
Oh, awesome. Go ahead and
So,
give yourself that roll.
Before we do this, throughout the week, since I believe Fricks to be a liability, I'm kind of like walking past her room a little bit more than I should be and trying to like look in to see what the fuck she's up to.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust her at all, especially when she stood over my bed last playthrough and told me that.
That was a bit creepy.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I was a little-
you sound a little bit like the pervert here, Eli.
So I'm just
Who
kind of
is
like
the pervert?
exactly.
Yeah, which
That's what we're actually playing. Who's
They're
the
just
pervert?
creeping on each other.
It's a new game on the 41st. Yeah.
Then before I get started, am I aware? Do I notice anything like Eli?
Give me an awareness check.
Okay.
Can I roll against this or something, or is it just?
Yeah.
That'd be what 1.
1d100, and it's
Okay.
against your perception. And I think
Okay.
it's half of your perception. I don't think you've trained awareness. Or did you take it?
I did.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then it's your full perception value.
Oh, great.
Okay. 46.
Okay. And let's see here. Eli, we have to figure out what you're rolling in order to
So would it be agility for being
to
quiet
resist this.
and
Yeah.
sneaky? Because I'll take that 38 and roll against it.
Eli, roll your agility.
Oh, okay. You didn't say yes. I was just waiting. Roll the Oh boy.
Oh man, awesome. Okay, well,
Okay.
you both failed.
They can't sense each other at all. They're like,
So
It's not
basically,
remotely
like,
uncommon.
Eli, you kind of just seem like you're like coming over to talk to Fricks, and like every time you come over, she's just sort of there, awake, and like talking to you, and she's just so oblivious with all of the drugs that she's being pumped with and all the care of Medic Havelock, she doesn't even notice that you're visiting like more often than usual.
Perfect.
Maybe she just thinks
you're
you're.
attempting to engage in coitus. Would you like me to apply the sacred unquits?
Maybe so. She just thinks you're being a little extra friendly, Eli.
Perfect. Okay. I'll take that.
Cool. So it's the day of the masquerade. And,
Oh, did you want to heal yourself, Fricks?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm still gonna heal.
Awesome. Give us that roll. We'll give you the benefit of your invocation as well.
Yeah. So I'll roll a 1d10 and a 7,
That's good.
and roll a 1d5 for the heal,
Oh,
and fuck.
Yep. But that brings you up to what, 4 hit points now?
he
No,
was at 4,
5
now it's
now.
5.
Okay, so now you're at
Gee.
5. What's your max HP? 10?
10.
Yeah, well that brings you out of seriously damaged. So now you're healing 1 hit point per day.
nice.
Or 3
That's
with
good.
medical care.
Which we're getting, right?
Yes.
Oops.
I'm full now, by the way, so I should just go ahead. Because we're at
Yeah,
the
I
best
think
game of the
actually,
week now.
Everyone's full except Fricks.
Everyone else is full. Jax, you were the only one who's being really active.
Yeah.
TotalBiscuit, you were down 2 hit points, so you're full, even though you were active. Eli, you were down 3, but you've been hanging out a little more, right?
Yeah, I was just cleaning my guns
Yep.
and weapons and all that shit.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, it's the evening of the masquerade, and Karna Phaedrus has laid out like a whole series of masks that you can wear. There's like masks that look like butterflies and masks that look like some sort of like just pale face without any features on it. There's masks that look like hideous aliens. There's all sorts of crazy stuff.
I, with reticence, grabbed the white masked, the white-faced masked one, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of sigh and laugh about people on different planets.
I need to write this down. Jax, white mask. Engelbart, what kind of a mask are you looking for this masquerade?
Something that doesn't irritate my sensitive skin, no doubt.
You could go with like a half mask. It's just covering. your eyes.
Well, the bottom of my face is already covered by rebreather implants, so yeah, let's go for a half mask.
All right. What color, Engelbart?
The Adeptus Mechanicus is not concerned with the color.
He chooses black.
This is the most efficient of all colors.
Eli?
Is there like a something that would be particular? I guess red. I'm trying to think. I guess is there a red butterfly? I'll take the red butterfly.
Beautiful.
Wow. Whoa.
And Fricks.
I start going through the table and I immediately see all these stupid looking red butterflies, so I knock them off the table, but I find this one mask that is sort of 2 faces. One is white and one is black. One kind of looks like it's in agony and the other one
Ooh.
maybe smiling. I put it on.
Do you have clothes yet?
Yes.
Okay. So,
They
not-
provided her with clothes.
Yes.
Okay.
Karna
This is the
Phaedrus
mask
was
that
kind
Fricks
enough to.
deserves, but not the one she
Actually,
needs.
Karna Phaedrus was kind enough to donate a couple of her own gowns to
Wow.
Fricks,
Oh,
who now is
Yeah.
is looking like she's wearing much wealthier clothes than she's ever worn before in her
Hot.
life. Yeah.
She needed both of the gowns in order to completely cover her.
They had to sew them together. That's what I
I'm
saw when
still
I went.
hot,
I kept
bitch.
going by her room and she was just sewing these gowns together. The
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
time.
Awesome. So the ballroom that they've rented is once again it's Le Fleur, which is the ballroom that you were in previously. Security is very tight. It's very well contained, and the evening kicks off with a roar. Everybody starts getting in at about 10 p.m. There's a band of musicians in the corner playing stately courtly dances, etc. Karna Phaedrus and Judica Phaedrus are both in attendance. Judica looks much recovered from her unfortunate events. Enforcer Lupus is there as well, under the purveyance of Head Enforcer Lyra, who is the Head Enforcer for House Phaedrus. She's very seriously and sternly scowling out at the crowd. Lupus is a little more relaxed. He has a drink, but his eyes are very obviously watching very carefully. Other individuals in attendance. Jax, over the course of the evening, pretty early on, you run into Enforcer Craig. He's there as well. And then there's just a complete menagerie of noblemen, their attendants, their wives and mistresses, and just everybody is out in this ball. The chandeliers are lit with bright, glowing golden light that bathes the scene below. There is a balcony at the end of the ballroom with 2 grand staircases on either side leading up. And at about 11 p.m., as everybody's really settled in and been munching on the trays of delicacies and consuming copious amounts of drink, Karna and Judica Phaedrus, they motion to the 4 of you to join them, and they stride up the right-hand side of this grand staircase. Do you join them? Awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, she joins with you at the top. You look down at the crowd. She holds up her champagne glass, and she dings on it with a silver fork. Actually, you notice that this particular silver fork comes out of her pocket. She's never used it for eating. It appears to be a silver fork explicitly for knocking on a champagne glass.
Nice.
And the crowd slowly falls.
Really, we noticed that.
Yeah, totally.
We did. Our knowledge of forks and the Emperor's Holy Inquisition is second to none.
A ringing fork.
Exactly. Well, one of you did take Forbidden Lore forks, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I believe I do
see?
have that, yes.
There you go.
Eli.
Good.
Catch a can standard, obviously.
Yeah. So she calls for silence and she says, "Noblemen and noblewomen, I have gathered you all here today to celebrate the recovery of my only daughter, Judica, from the hands of her abductors at the ball 2 weeks ago. And here before you, I present her rescuers." And she holds a hand out and gestures to the 4 of you. And she names each of you by name. She says, Engelbart Kappa, Eli, Frix Pilgrim, and Jax Romulus took it upon themselves, these 4 strangers to me, these 4 strangers to Samson IV, these 4 strangers to Eutraxis itself, have done me a great service. And in recognition of their service to my family, I have offered them permanent position within my enforcement, and I give to them these rewards of throne gelt, 500 apiece. And she has a servitor bring out a tray that has 4 velvet, like royal purple velvet pouches. He brings it towards you, and each of them feels very heavy, full of throne gelt, and there's 500 each. So go ahead and mark that down on your character sheets.
Perfect.
Done.
Make it rain.
The
How
crowd
much is the
erupts.
pouch worth? I want to sell that.
Actually, it's probably not super cheap. It looks like a very high quality cloth that this pouch has been cut from. So the crowd erupts in cheers. They all toast your name, and the party roars to action once again.
Kind of give a nod, a Boba Fett nod, and just walk back into the crowd.
Yeah.
Boba Fett nut. Oh, God.
As the evening continues, the musicians strike up a dance. Now, throughout the crowd, there's really a wide array of people here. Jax, what are you doing now after being rewarded and toasted? You have a number of people coming up to shake your hands and thank you.
Jack's perspective is that he's extremely uncomfortable with these kind of places. He's not used to it at all, but he understands that being a servant of the Inquisitor, he needs to be able to blend into anything, so he's kind of taking it as almost practice. So when he talks to people, it's that thing that some people do where they're like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you." He's like, "And it's so nice to meet you too. I am happy to meet you." It's very much so like this is Jax trying to act and he's not very good at it.
Awesome. Well, that as the crowd of the throng of people pass you by, you see one woman in the crowd from probably 20 feet away. She's wearing a full face veil, not actually a mask, just a black veil over her face, and she's wearing this incredibly revealing red gown. That's
Does she wear it well?
She does wear it well.
Okay.
It's basically just like straps over her bosom, and then like there's like slashes across her midriff, and on the left-hand side it's like 4 inches long, and it goes down to the right-hand side all the way.
Jeff, are you about to go 2 for 2 on with another DM?
Yeah, oh yeah. This interests me greatly. So I definitely approach.
You have seen
first,
her.
I take a flute of champagne off of a servitor and walk it towards her.
All right. You've actually seen her eyeing you for the past couple of minutes. So when you walk up to her, she greets you fairly warmly. She says, "Hello, Jax."
Well, I do not have the pleasure of knowing your name, little lady, and I hand her the flute of champagne.
She takes the flute of champagne from you, and you notice that she's just like really muscular. Not like bodybuilder muscular, but she's obviously incredibly toned, and she moves with this incredibly lithe grace. She grabs it from your hand gently, and
Still interested.
She drinks it straight back. Gone.
Just gone?
Yep. And she says, "My name is Kalia Rexus. It's a pleasure to meet you. Shall we dance?"
Your name is Erexus?
Kalia is her
Interesting.
first name.
That is
Rexus is her last name.
very
Is she
relevant.
the Eridol Lord of the Burning Legion by any chance?
I would be
That's extra
most
heretical.
happy to have a dance with a young lady, but I'm not so good if you don't mind.
She says, "I certainly don't," and she grabs your hand and pulls you towards the dance floor. And you're dancing with her. She's incredibly graceful, even though, well, why don't you give us an agility roll?
Oh boy.
This is going to go well. I leer from the corner, by the
My
way.
agility
Here it's 30.
is 30. Is it 30? Yes, okay. Whoa.
Oh,
Eesh.
man.
Shit.
So let me... All right, I actually jump on top of the chandelier.
He pauses for a second.
Onto the flute of champagne she put on the ground. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. He pauses for a second. He's like, "Let me show you the
Yes.
dance of my people."
You know what? I would like to see, actually, can you roll for her agility? Because I have a feeling that I am outdancing the living shit out of her. Yeah,
Ooh.
I
She
felt
succeeds.
But-
She's incredibly graceful, but she's actually not nearly as graceful as you are at this moment.
it. Now, make sure and factor that in, because I just said that I'm not a very good dancer, and then I'm like, super dance, man.
Well, Engelbart, you're watching from the corner, leering as it may be, and you
In
see
a slightly creepy fashion.
this incredibly sensual, almost like tango-like dance where like she's like escaping from him and he's like pulling her back, and then he's like escaping from her and she's like chasing after him, and like the entire dance floor basically clears to like look at the two of them.
Jax appears to be in hand-to-hand combat. I'll draw my las carbine and aim it
Surely a
squarely
grenade
at
is
his
the appropriate
opponent.
response.
Oh god.
Awesome. While this is going on, Eli, where are you? While the two of them basically command the dance floor.
Sure. So I would think, since Eli kind of grew up in nobility, he's been to many dances like this and ballrooms like this. So he's fitting in, and he's living it up and enjoying the festivities and drinking, talking to all the nobles, being very social, because he feels
Awesome.
like he's at home.
Great. Let's see. Would you give me an awareness roll, Eli?
Sure.
Okay.
I think I rolled that
yeah.
last time.
Well, so it goes. So it goes. You eventually end up with a young noblewoman approaches you. She's dressed in a courtly black gown with a white flower at her throat, and she says, "Good day to you, sir. I hear you were instrumental in the savior of Judica Phaedrus."
I say, yes, you are correct. That was me and my compatriots.
She says, My name is Diona.
Diana?
Diona with an O.
I'm like, oh,
Well, that's
okay.
an entirely different matter then.
Mine is Eli. It's a pleasure to meet you, milady.
She holds out a hand and shakes yours gently. She says, I've heard that you're quite a good shot with a hunting rifle.
You've heard correctly.
She says, may we speak in private for a moment?
Of course.
She pulls you aside to one of the side chambers. All around this ballroom, there's a whole bunch of like antechambers where individuals are disappearing into and out of with some regularity. She leads you to one that's unoccupied, and she sits down on one of the plush leather sofas around a small round table. She says, please have a seat.
Sure. What can my rifle do for you?
She says,
Whoa. I
I know. Very
are you
forward.
trying
You've
to
been waiting for someone to ask you about your rifle, haven't you?
are you trying to seduce or manipulate her?
No, I just say this in. She
What
can take
my
that however
rifle
she
do
wants.
For you?
Would you
Okay.
like to anoint the Emperor's weapon?
Wow. She says, that is exactly what I'd like to discuss. You see, I represent a group of individuals, a group that is mightier together than any one of us would be separate. We are called the Shadow Cradle. We are a death cult in the service of the Emperor of
Assassin
mankind.
I'm like, perfect.
She says, we've taken notice of your abilities, and we would like to offer you the opportunity to join us.
Sounds great. I'm very interested.
Has he successfully killed anything in this campaign yet?
He's just giving you a
I'm
kiss.
just curious.
He almost did, TB. Okay.
I think I hit
the
that.
requirements for death cults are so low these days. They've really let
You
themselves
would
go.
say that, wouldn't you, TB? I'm gonna journal about you later.
She says, very well, but first we'd like to give you a test to make sure you're up to the task.
Of course.
She
I am writing
said-
all this down in my journal, by the way. Once she says that she's interested in the death cult.
Good. She says, there's a man here at this very ball that you know. You've seen him before. In fact, he's been in your crosshairs before. He must die, Eli.
Does this man have a name?
His name is Cortez, and you recognize this name, Eli. This is the nobleman that you have been sort of following, and you followed him to Samson 4. And he's the one that you tried to kill, and then a couple of people came into the room where you were taking aim, and you lost your shot.
Okay. So I ask her, does this need to be done tonight? How quickly?
It does not, but there is a 30-day limit for, in 30 days, he will be leaving Samson 4.
Okay. Do you care by how he dies? Do you want it poison? Do you want it public, private? How would you like him killed?
The matter is entirely in your hands. Traditionally, death cults prefer to murder their individuals with close combat and skill, and drink their blood in praise of the God Emperor of mankind. But for this, your inauguration, we will leave it up to you to show your expertise.
Perfect. All right. And how should I contact you once it's done, or will you contact me?
She says, you're staying at House Phaedrus, are you not?
I am. I think. I hope that's where I'm staying.
Yes.
It is where you're staying. You're
Yeah.
staying in the barracks.
Okay.
She says, leave a red stone near the main wrought iron gates of House Phaedrus when you are ready to talk once again.
Okay. Will do.
Fricks,
What?
did you have something to say?
No, I've just been watching. I'm people watching at the thing. I'm sure that Eli was going
It's
to work
okay.
out
I'll
something.
ask. Does anyone dance with Fricks? Does anyone at all?
Let's see. Fricks, would you give me a fellowship roll?
A
Of
rather
course.
flaccid, kind of overweight, balding man approaches Fricks and says, "Do you like Taco Bell?" Fricks, what do you?
85.
Oh.
Yes, a rather flaccid, overweight, balding man approaches Fricks and says, do you like rat tacos?
As
He
a
says-
matter of fact, I do.
He says, I like rat tacos. Do you want to dance?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Give me an agility roll, Fricks.
This is over
Okay.
by the
Oh,
buffet,
God,
of course,
it's
right?
gonna go well.
That's where this is occurring.
Yeah, it's over by the buffet.
Okay.
57.
Not bad.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. This
Whoa.
overweight flaccid man grabs you, Fricks, and you're just kind of like a rag doll in his hands as he's sort of like spinning you around left to right. And would you give me that awareness test, please?
Diamond in the rough over here.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're too busy.
you're so entranced.
You're
Am I getting dizzy? Am
you
I
feel
nauseous?
the bile rising in your throat as the room starts to spin, and the doors to the hall burst open, and in strides Chet Helmsworthy,
Oh shit.
and he looks at Jax and he looks at Kalia, and he says, "Kalia Rexus, you whore." Why don't we
Help me
take a
remember who
break?
Chet is again.
Chet Helmsworthy was one of the guys he was the guy in the melee combat in the very first session.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he got the pants kicked out of him.
And Carrie left Chet.
Yes, Carrie Ophaly
Oh
left.
god, you
Yes.
guys read those letters and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's take a break
lives, Dark Heresy edition.
since it's time to buy Team Liquid t-shirts.
There you
Yeah.
Take a break.
go. There you go.
So we'll come back in a few minutes.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys then. 3-minute break, and then we'll come back going into hour number 2. Thanks for watching.